Hey, where's the snow come from? They drive all the way here from wherever it was snowing. That's mad. Morning, morning, morning. We had the No Farmers, No Food protest this morning.
Ladies and gents!
Hello! Of course I stand with the farmers.
I need you to listen.
If you don't have farmers, we don't have food.
This side of the road is closed, as you might have guessed. That road is not closed. We need you this side. Everybody that is down the cenotaph line needs to move across, because there's a few of you who don't want you to get hurt. So please move across. Everybody, move across.
Go right around the back.
Hello everybody. If you've got food, please, behind the lorry here we've got a vehicle waiting to take your donations. Thank you very much. Anybody with food, behind the lorry, but keep off the road to my right. All the way down here to the left, please. Behind the lorry here where we'll take the food. Thank you.
Tem possibilidade de você mudar de ideia? Tem que tirar uma foto. Só fazer. Ah, eu vou tentar também.
Need you off-road now! Move across! Move! Off-road!
That's better. Me and Alfie got a photo, no, mate. Who do you think you are? No worries, mate. If anything's to blame, it's me. Probably should tell you he's already up. Hey, yo! Mate, I worked out this morning. Missed opportunity. Oh! You see that couple of them, like Here we go, here we go. You're okay, you're okay. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Free hat. Yeah.
You guys are getting wet, man. I'm gonna have to put up the umbrella. This is the UK. That's Downing Street. That's Downing Street over there. Cenotaph. This is central London. Just down there is where the horses are. Said it looks quiet. That's funny.
Where is the road? You're on the road. Bowl Valley sounds like a shit young farmer's club. Redby's man, isn't he? Well, they did design it. You lot kept bloody picking it up. And I've worn my front
Someone said that it looks quiet. Look at all these people, man. Maisie H, thank you very much for the farmers' protest. Hey! You guys are getting wet. You guys are getting wet. Oops.
Get everyone in. Everyone down the left-hand side, please move down a bit further. I know you want to stay close enough, but we need to move down, please. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Am I? One, two, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, that's kind of what I was hoping for as well. I was watching, I think, the German one yesterday. They was dumping tires, they was dumping hay, horse manure. They dumped everything in the street. I don't think we get that today here in London.
Riders on the storm.
Please, everyone on the pavement on the left-hand side, please keep moving down so everyone else can see. Everyone on the pavement down the left-hand side from the stage, please keep moving down. Bit shuffle, let's get a bit tighter. Move on down.
No, I don't like it myself. We send money to people to go and kill each other. But we can't, we can't give our elderly any fuel payments. Can't help the farmers. What are we doing? Sorry. That's exactly why I'm here, man. Streaming to the world. Share. Get everybody to join in. What's up, what's up, what's up? Where we watching from? Where we watching from? I see Russia in here. Shout out to Russia. Showing their support for the farmers. Shout out to California, USA. Check my channel. Check my channel. Here, CNET. Check my channel. Check my channel. Here, CNET. You'll get your answer, my friend. We in central London. 10 Downing Street, Cenotaph.
So keep asking, please, everyone on the pavement, keep moving down. We've got a lot of people here on the stage. We want everyone to be able to see. Please keep moving down on the pavement as much as you can. Try and squeeze down. Try and make sure everyone that's here can see and hear as best they can. So if you're on the pavement on the left-hand side, please just move down a bit further.
Sorry, miss. Sorry. Here we go. I'll show you what this is about.
Crowd now.
This is Jeremy Clarkson. Look, see him here.
For those of you that wish to still donate food, there will be another food bank van down in Parliament Square. So please donate. Please do not try to force your way around the back of the
Jeremy
stage.
Clarkson.
Just as too many of you.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Stand up over here. All these traffic are not making. Push him out of the way.
It's going on the stage.
I wish it would start raining so I could put the umbrella down. But you guys are getting soaking wet, man. That was Jeremy Clarkson, public figure, celebrity, made famous from the TV show Top Gear. Now he runs a farm. He's got a TV show. So he's out here as a celebrity face showing support for the farmers.
Yes.
Tanya, I'm not sure that's gonna happen anytime soon. I think you got a better chance with Nigel. I think next election Nigel wins. Next election.
Go on, girl. Oh, it smells great. Yeah. We are getting there. We're just mopping up a couple of files and we're down there.
Okay, I think the rain's kind of calming down, people.
I'll ring him once we've got these. Hopefully,
You next to me, we'll start here, and go all the way to the back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! I should have told someone to get a camera out before we did that?
I got it. I got it.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again. That was a warm up. Ready? Martin's going to get a camera. On the count of 3. Starting in this corner and all the way to. That's my game! 1, 2, 3, go!
Sorry.
Thank you.
Don't want to die today. Sorry.
Behind.
Gotta get up top. Right, any space up here somewhere? Gotta find some space. Let's see what we can do. Right, we got a better view, yeah? Somebody said it's quiet. What were they talking about? It's about it's quiet. This is what's going on. We had a farmers' protest. No farmers, no food. Check it out. Someone said it's quiet. Don't know what that's talking about. Someone said it's quiet. Look at that. The amount of people. I don't know if you can see all the way down there. There's still people coming. I think what's happening is the tractors they're driving around central London. So I think they'll pass back through this side again. But look, the police were trying to tell everybody to get on one side of the road. But now the whole road's filled up, both sides. The whole road is filled up. No more traffic coming down Whitehall. It's all blocked. Check it out. Still people coming in. Thank you for your support from the U.S. There's no way they could call this far out. Impossible. You don't really see any British flags here. You just see a bunch of farmers protesting. Thank you, Macy. Thank you, Macy. She says, good luck. in central London, Whitehall. Right here is 10 Downing Street. We're at Downing Street. I think the closest thing we'll get to Trump in this country is Tommy Robinson or Nigel Farage. That's it.
Get off the windowsills, please. Can you get off there? This is not safe.
All right, cool, mate. Stand on the wall then. We at the No Farmers, No Food protest. Trying to tax the farmers. There's farmers from all over the UK here. There's a Scottish flag there. That's all the way at the top of the UK. And we're in London at the bottom. So people's traveled from far and wide to get here today to show their support. I think I see a Welsh flag. Yep, Jezza's already passed through. If you scroll back maybe, what was it, 15, 20 minutes, you'll see Jezza walking through. He's here, he's here.
Any other food bank donations? There's another food bank down by Parliament Square. So anyone else who's got food to donate, either hold on to it or make your way once we finish down to Parliament Square. So that's down behind you where you're stood now. That's where the
Oh, there's a tractor.
We're going to make it half past. We're just getting our first.
There's a tractor over there with snow on it. It hasn't been snowing in central London. So these guys are coming from a long way. Check this out, man. Check this out. It's raining. Everyone got their wellies on, their hoods on, their jackets on. Look at this guy. It's a real soldier right there. Thanks a lot, Cheeky Sprite. So remember how I showed you guys that people were still coming, yeah? Someone's filled up, man. The amount of people that's coming and supporting. These are the reform candidates. Look. I think another famous face coming through, possibly. I don't know who it is, but it's another famous face over there somewhere. Who is it? Who is it? Oh, Nigel's here. Nigel Farage. See if we can get a clear shot of him right here. That's him right there in the hat. Let me see. That's him walking forward in the hat right there. Nigel Farage. Alright, we should be able to get him here. Just trust me, that's Nigel Farage, man. I'm telling you, man, he wins the next election. He's gonna win. Remember this channel. Remember I said that, man. Nigel's gonna win the next UK election. Sorry, mate. Just trying to keep the phone dry, that's all. No problem, little George. I film protests and special events London. I'm all about freedom of speech. You're welcome, Carmen. Barney, good question. This guy down here on his music bike. morning, friend. Thanks for watching from America. America showing their support. Anybody else? Anybody else in the world showing their support for the UK farmers? Where we all from? Where we all from? Shout out to Canada. Amanda from Canada. She's showing us support. UK is here. America's here. Yes, massive, and this ain't even the half of it. Shout out to California. Let me turn around for y'all. Let me put this down. Let me turn around for y'all. Let me show you the crowd. Let me show you what we're working with here. Shout out to Dorset. Shout out to Puerto Rico. North Carolina, is that it? NC? Is that Australia? Shout out to Australia. Down under. As far as the eye can see, there's people. There's people all the way back there. Is that Russia? Is that Russia? Shout out to Russia. Dorset, shout out to Dorset. Thank you for everyone showing their support.
It's okay, it's not raining or anything, is it?
Manchester's here, Canada. We're in central London. We got Tenant down the street to the right of us. We got the horse guards to the left of us. Horse guards are down there towards Trafalgar. And then 10 down the street behind us. Shout out to North Carolina. Exactly, Christina. No farmers, no food. That's what we're here for. Right, I think we're ready to rock and roll.
Well, welcome everyone. backwards. We just got a little bit of congestion at the front. Amazing, thank you. Now, the numbers have totally exceeded what we actually anticipated. Unfortunately, we don't think we can march to Parliament Square and back without... Don't boo me! Yeah, so with the children going to be leading it, what we're going to do is we're going to get the children safely around the back of these buildings to the far end for some photographs, so that people can see what we were trying to achieve here, but the numbers have totally outweighed our expectations. Right, we'll crack on. So, welcome to everyone that's watching. Welcome to everyone that's watching online.
He's talking to you
A
guys.
lot of people have had to stay behind to look after animals, so we just need to think about them. Thank you to all this team here that's made this happen. Massive thanks to the Met for allowing this to happen and keeping everybody safe. Come on, you can do better than that. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I'm Ollie Harrison. I'm just an arable farmer from near Liverpool. I never thought one day I'd be stood here talking to so many farmers. My family's farmed in Target for 175 years, with me being the 5th generation, and James Green being the 6th. He's slightly confused. Good job the hatch fell over his eyes. Me and my father and my ancestors have worked tirelessly over their years to build the farm where it is today. But for now, I could be the last generation to produce food on that land. The government has taken the ability away for me to be able to pass the family farm on in a financially stable way for my 3 children. That makes me so angry. I don't know about the only one here today. We all know no one knows the farm. We just look after it for the next generation. I'm really sorry, I have to write all this down so we forget. I don't want to like script. Being dyslexic, I can't read either. This reckless budget has already cost some lives. Given that where we are today, by the war memorials, can we please just hold a minute's silence to remember those that aren't with us anymore, and those that fed us during the 2 world wars. So we'll just take a moment. Thank you. Now, why do we farm? Why do we accept low prices? Why do we put up with low wages and long hours? Why do we risk the family home every day? Why do we put up with this weather? We actually ordered this today, just, so everyone felt at home. I'll tell you why. We farm for our children. We farm to feed the nation. We farm because it's in our blood. And we farm because we love it. No one does it for the money. There is none. I hope you heard that. It's the day, the beginning of the end for UK farming. Or is it the beginning of some direct action?
Yeah.
This farming community we all love, that feeds its nation every day, 365 days a year. Some of you may watch my YouTube videos, and I thank you for that. If you've watched recently, you know my dad is in the best of health. That is why you couldn't be here today. We really did want to have 3 generations here. It would be hard enough to lose a loved member of my family. It would be even harder to lose a business that me and him have built together through nothing more than a family farm tax and political greed. They think they can replace us with importing food. They can't. Feeding a nation on imported food is a dangerous place to be for any country. Just ask them over there. That's the MOD. They understand the importance in food in keeping a nation running. Remember as well, for every pound we spend on importing food, we may never see that back in our economy. Think about that, please, Treasury. The government must listen. Do they know what it's like to get up at 4 AM to feed cows and get food on? Do they know what it's like to give CPR to a weak lamb? Do they know what it's like to unblock a combine at 2 AM with bleeding hands and knuckles because there's a thistle in it? Do the government even know where food comes from?
No!
Today we come together to show the government we will be heard. Let's unite all businesses that rely on farming. Let's unite all businesses that cannot pass their hard work to the next generation because of this appalling budget. We will not be taxed in bankruptcy. We will not be bribed with political rhetoric. Down the street, if you can hear us, you need to fix this. For the nation, you have to do this to feed the voters that trusted you. You have to do it for our children. And you have to do it for our grandchildren. Thank you.
Thank you, every single one of you. We had no idea what we started just a week or 10 days ago.
Thousands of people.
British farmers cannot pay this. That's better. Yeah. Let's start again. Thank you, every single one of you. You're here to make it clear this is impossible family farm tax for British farmers to pay. I think we're making pretty clear that this doesn't just affect 500 farms. This affects 10, 20,000 of you that are here, not counting. More? Can't see the back, so yeah, it's a lot. We're here to demonstrate that the government have just got their numbers wrong on this. Very wrong. To demonstrate that family farms, the very foundation of our beautiful British countryside, will be lost forever. The investment will disappear. our food security will be threatened, and our environment will undoubtedly suffer. Our countryside will end up being owned by the huge institutional and corporate investors that APR was supposed to stop. I farm the same fields as my grandfather and father did. And I just want my children, Henry, is here with them? Bear with me. The tax bill that my father writes is just unaffordable. The returns on the capital that we have invested in farming, they just don't provide the kind of income.
There's the tractors in the background. You won't be able to see them though, so many people.
When we're here today, we need politicians to sit down to look again at how can they achieve their aims without engineering destruction of family farms. We want them to be with us, actual farmers, sit down with us and let us show them how to fix British farming, how to make it great, how to make it sustainable. Let us show you what the generations of knowledge that should be listened to, understood and supported to help grow both our nation's food and the economy.
Hello everybody, I'm Andrew Ward, I farm in Lincolnshire. My colleague as well, I also have a YouTube channel. It's a pity those people behind those gates don't watch it a bit more. Thank you so much to everybody that's coming here today. The view we have from up here is unbelievable. Talking about emotional, I had tears in my eyes when I came up here about half an hour ago. Thank you so much for supporting us. We really appreciate it, but we will support you. We have all had a job to do. My job was to look after the food bank and try to get food brought
He said
into London.
5 people put this together. Thousands of people here. Just from 5 people. So what can 10 people do? Or 20 people?
How much value farmers have to the nation. The food that has been delivered here today from all of you, City Harvest is the food bank that we've been dealing with. One of the biggest food banks in London. They are overwhelmed with it. The produce behind this lorry is absolutely fantastic. We will put some figures out eventually on how much has been donated. But thank you so much for taking the time and the trouble to bring it down on coaches and trains. Absolutely massively appreciate it. We are clapping you, so thank you very much for that. The whole of today is not just about tax, it's about the whole budget. And we cannot let the government carry on with how they're doing it at the minute. And as Ollie said, this is not the end, it is the start of the beginning.
Yeah.
As an industry, farming, I think, has the most public support now than we have ever had. We must not let that go. Also, we are being told by the government to eat less meat. Well, they can jog on with that one. They realise that farming is the solution and not the problem, the better. Also, we are used to stress. We are used to
markets. It's not the government. But if they think we're going to back down now, they can think again. So that's it from me. Thank you very much for your support. We really valuably appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm here to tidy up the remnants. I haven't got a piece of paper. I haven't got a phone. My name's Martin Williams. I come from Herefordshire. I am a third generation farmer, and I'm very privileged to be able to stand here in front of you, having been a part of this group that have arranged this. I cannot believe how you turned out. Thank you so much. We've got people here across the country. The most fantastic thing about this is the unity that's been shown across the whole of this beautiful island we live on and into Northern Ireland. So, for those of you in Ireland, just give them a big cheer that will take their time to come here. Big cheer for Ireland. Some greater statesmen than I. Winston Churchill once said that you can't tax your way to prosperity. This government,
shout out to Germany, shout out to Australia.
Despite wanting to hit the ground running, I think it tripped at the election, and at the budget it fell and hit its head on the pavement because they are making grave errors in this economy. We need production. We do not need a cost of living crisis based on tax. That is what we have at the moment. We need prosperity in the countryside, in business, and allow us to do our job. I have in Herefordshire around 1,800 to 2,000 farms. In the government's own misguided figures, they're suggesting 500 of those to go to the wall because of this tax. In 4 years, my county is therefore empty. Is that acceptable?
No!
It is a beautiful place, Herefordshire. Beautiful. We want to continue farming. We do not want interference from government. We need to be able to work in an environment that allows us to grow. To tax your ambition is a tax to death, and that is really sad. Greta Thunberg, a fantastic little girl. She also, no, hear me out, we're going to use it because she's great. Greta Thunberg said, shame on you, you're taking away my future. You're taking away our future. And that's what the government is doing to us. So in the words of Greta Thunberg, we are able to deliver on environmental, we are able to deliver on nature. That is what the public want. We are in a position to do it. They are taking that opportunity away through budget cuts and through ambition. We need to stand together. We are a fantastic industry. Look at this farm. It is just fantastic to see so many people here. So can we have 3 cheers, please, for British agriculture and business? Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Thank you very much. For the day, because we watched News Night the other night, I don't know if you did, and I rang Ollie and I said, gosh, that girl's really good, she's standing up for us, and her name happens to be Emily Sheffield. She was the editor of the London Standard, and we got in touch with her last week after News Night, and we met last week, and she is willing to host for us today, because you can see we are not public speakers. All right. So I'd like to welcome Emily to the stage. Emily.
you to come and help out on stage today. And I think let's give all of them a loud cheer, because I know how incredibly hard they have worked to gather you all here today. And you've come today to have your voices heard. Well, right over there is number 11. And in that building is where they came up with a plan to kill off family farms. Rachel Reeves and her advisors are probably in there right now. So in a moment, we are going to count you in. And we are going to make them aware that you are here. Now there's lots of children in the audience right now. And you know when your parents tell you to not make too much noise? Well, in a minute, you can make as much noise as you want. We are all going to let the Chancellor know that farmers will not be silenced. This cheer you are going to give is for your hard work, your long days and even longer nights. This cheer is for your children's legacy. This is a shout out for your parents and their parents before them, who worked so hard to give you a future. And this is for Oliver Harrison's dear friend, who didn't make it, and for his family, a grieving. We are going to cheer so loudly, you are going to rattle the windows of Downing Street. Now, are you ready?
Yeah!
1, 2, 3! Do you think you could do that one more time even louder? Because I think this time you're going to put even more welly into it. British welly. Not those French 400-pound boots Honourable C. Reed wears. Right, let's give it some British welly. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3! Right, well done everybody. I hope that's kept you all a bit warm, because the weather is, well, this is the kind of weather that you're out in every day, feeding people sitting in their cosy offices. So, I'm going to start, we've got a lot of scenes today, so I'm going to get on with it. And right now, we've got the amazing Claire Wise coming onto stage. She's a 5th generation beef sheep farmer from Durham. Who's the former chairman of the Tenant Farmers Mission and author of the Rock Report.
My God, there's a lot of you. My name's Claire Wise. I'm a beef, sheep and elbow farmer from the north of England, and I am average. And I'm here to show those guys over there and the general public what the real average base of British farming looks like. It's not a £1 million pony paddock. It's 300 acres of average wet land. It's an average damp farmhouse. It's a heck of a big mortgage. And an overdraft that after the 3 worst harvests on record keeps me awake at night. My land might be worth £4 million on paper, but I will never, and I hope I never, see that cash. In fact, last year I struggled to buy school shoes for our children after harvest. Because farmers are asset rich, but we are cash poor. And yet with one tax, based on half the truth, this government seeks to destroy mine and your farms forever. But I will not be their statistic. You can listen to my statistics, which you'll share as well. For 5 generations, for 139 years, for 50,375 days, through 2 world wars, through family tragedy, through a COVID epidemic, my family turned up to produce food every single day. Yet this government don't value that. And as my children are young, I have no option to hand my farm over to avoid this tax. Plus, as this budget makes no allowance for sudden death, if I drop down, as miners, they'd have to find hundreds of thousands of pounds on my debt. I'm also a sole owner. So these thresholds of release that Rachel Reeves likes to bandy about in the press don't apply to me. No, instead my farm would be taxed without mercy when I die. With current farm income so low, no bank would lend me the money to get my children out of this hole. And even if they did, it would cripple our business and it wouldn't allow reinvestment or progress for over a decade. You name me one other industry or business that gets told not to reinvest for a decade and to still stand and thrive. The only option we have to pay the tax is equally devastating. We should not have to keep getting smaller because we cannot produce food doing that. Whichever way you cut this cake, the end, our farm's broken, and we will not tolerate that as our future. So what is my worth, and what does the government need to open their ears to? For every £1 my business pays into the rural economy, it generates 7. Beyond just the food on our farm, I also host hundreds of deprived school children every year who otherwise would not step a foot outside of the town. We provide work placements for young people desperate for a career doing something different and outside. We're animal welfare champions. My father and grandfather built our village hall. We actively manage the landscape for tourists to visit and enjoy. On our farm, I'm part of 2 net zero projects, spearheading the farming as a solution to climate change. And yet the government seems to totally forgotten the role farmers play preserving and nurturing the environment. Without us, you have wasteland and bracken. With us, you have a thriving natural environment. You have species rich, you have grassland, you have habitats expanded. Every one of us knows those little pockets of nature on our farm that are truly magical. You take us out and put someone faceless in charge of our farm. They don't know what we know, and as a result, the environment will suffer. Try to destroy us all is tantamount to environmental destruction on a mass scale. And above everything, my work comes from producing safe, traceable, naturally fed food at a cost that allows everyone to enjoy it. We as farmers are the solution to food poverty, and food poverty shames our nation. We should be doing everything we can to put that right. So our work goes beyond the land on which we sit. You destroy me and mine, and you rip the heart out of the countryside, out of the environment, and you force food prices up. So my name is Claire Wise, and I've tried very hard to hold this together for you guys.
Oh, man. Come on, come on! Woo!
But like you, I will protect that farm with every breath, today, tomorrow, and for however long it takes to stop this. And because I might be an average farmer, but I'm also an extraordinary human, and so is every one of you that's turned out here today. So I'll finish again with the statistics that really matter. 5 generations, 139 years on my farm, 50,375 days, and 3 children who believe in me and you to save their futures. So buckle up, Tara, because you're not going to win this fight. Tenant farmer. Let's hear it for the tenant farmers out there. 2 years ago, I was the author of an independent government review that looked at the future for our tenant farmers. The core message was simple. It focused on landowners and tenant farmers working together to do what every single one of you here do today. Produce food and deliver for nature recovery. Every single one of us here today do those 2 important things. Every single farmer here is a custodian of our land for future generations. I can see all the kids out there. Come on, kids. Let's hear it. The future generations. Today, I want to speak about tenant farmers. I farm with my dad, who's 85, in the West Country. And tenant farmers look after a third of England's farmland. But they don't own the land. There are tenant farmers here today who are worried about their futures and the unintended consequences that this budget will have on them. Less than 2 years ago, Keir Starmer, when he was leader of the opposition, told farmers that he understood the challenges to our farm businesses.
Liar!
To quickly implement a fair deal for tenant farmers building on the work of the Rock Review. That included a reform to inheritance tax that would have encouraged longer-term farm tenancies. Now, I don't imagine for one moment that Rachel Reeves and Steve Reed have really understood the completely devastating impact that their budget measures will have on hard-working, family tenant farmers. I want to concentrate today on 3 measures that I think have a material impact on our farming future. 1. Changes to delinked farm payments. 2. Changes to employers' national insurance contributions. And 3. Changes to inheritance tax. First, there are many farmers who are really worried about how they are going to pay their rent. And they're really worried about how they're going to pay their rent. Because this budget, the delinked farm payments, have now been capped at £8,000 next year. £8,000.
That should have got a boo.
Secondly, changes to national insurance contributions. It's going to make it really much harder to employ a farm worker and much more expensive. And third, for tenant farmers, the impact of changes to agricultural property relief and business property relief will mean that the tenant farmers face the stark reality that their landlord may well be forced to evict their tenants and sell that land to pay for an inheritance tax bill. There's also a real concern that landlords just won't invest in their tenants' farms simply for fear of increasing their farm value for tax. So the budget changes completely destroy any incentive landowners have to rent out land or to invest in existing tenant land. We need to encourage new entrants into farming. Young farmers, where are you, young farmers out there? Progressive farmers. And becoming a tenant farmer is often a first step into farming. In one habit alone, this budget changes will neither fill tax coffers nor incentivise real change for food security and the environment, supporting resilience in our farming communities. This government needs to think again. Listen to our united farming voice. Support our nation's farmers. Thank you.
So now, our next speaker, we've got Baroness Malibu. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry, James was meant to be on.
Say.
So Baroness, do please come on, take my mic, and give her a loud cheer, everyone, please. She's been on Radio 4, the Today programme this morning, making your case. Come on, give her a cheer!
Hello, farmers. You are right. I'm a Labour peer, and I'm ashamed and I'm embarrassed. The government I support is treating me so shabbily. We all know who they hit.
Can we got the medics, please? Front of the stage, over to the right. Can we have some medics, please?
We just need a medic over by the fast track by that, where is it the Union Jack flag? By the lamppost. First aid, please.
Make way!
By the door.
Follow the flag, follow the flag.
Can make the way down to by that door behind that lamppost. That'd be amazing. We got someone on the way.
Yeah, we could.
Pink hat. Yeah. So we're all done now. Sorry. Thank you, everyone.
We've treated shabbily at a time when we all know we were already hit by costs for almost everything we need to produce food. We've been burdened by petty bureaucracy, which I cannot believe any other industry bears. We've been battered by floods, the complexity over the changes in farm payments, and the unkindness cut of all. Because it strikes this policy not just to leave a farmer, but your family and your home. There are many of us within the Labour Party, you may not believe it, but there are, who see all that. And indeed, the poll which came out yesterday shows that cross-party support for you runs right across all the political parties.
Hey!
I'm not going to bring the whole of this out because we're waiting to hear from the people who are at the end of politics. But as things stand, no political party in this country can win a working majority without rural seats. When Tony Blair took office, there were over 100 rural Labour MPs. You may remember that the government launched an attack on the rural way of life then, and that expression which we heard only last week, payback for the miners, was used then too. John Major said that the resentment it generated would last a generation, and he was right, because Labour's rural MPs were reduced to just 17, and no Labour government was elected for 40 years. I can't believe that we're making the same mistake again. This is not just a numerical miscalculation, but a serious political one too. This week in the Lords, I spoke against this proposal from the Labour benches, and from every bench in that House, Conservative, Liberal Democrat, cross-benches, and even the bishops, speakers condemned this policy. Today. When I was a child, I remember going with some pigs to see 9/11 at his farm in Buckinghamshire. Jim Callaghan had a farm, and if you ask the last generation who was the greatest Labour Minister of Agriculture, it would have been Tom Williams, Labour. Governments need goodwill, and this one is going to need your cooperation if it's going to be successful. The choice is theirs. They can continue to insist that they're right and refuse to make any changes and dig that hole deeper and deeper, or they can accept that some parts of this policy were wrong and they can sit down with the farming community and its leaders and put it right. We shall see.
Ladies and gents, I'm James, I'm a farmer. I wake up every day and I'm incredibly proud to say that I'm a farmer. You all stood here should be incredibly proud of who you are and the communities that you represent. We wanted to bring Anne today because we don't just need each other. There are a select group of people in the House of Commons down the road that need leadership. Anne has just offered us leadership. Mr. Starmer has a massive majority. His MPs need someone to look to that understands that this isn't just about the thousands of people that stood before me. It's about the communities that you live in. It's about the snow that you clear, the parish rooms that you tend to, the hedges that you cut, the ditches that you maintain. This lady understands that. You need to make sure that all of their MPs understand that. So when you leave here, you don't leave and just think our job is done. You leave and you write. You leave and you go to your constituency meeting. You hammer home, point after point after point, your placards now. But you do it with the dignity that you farm with every day. You should be proud of who you are. And that is why this lady stands before you. So I would like you all, please, to thank her with an absolute rip-roaring.
Now please have Haley, leader of the Liberal Democrat Party. Now, during the election, we got used to seeing him on a canoe, going down a water slide, or falling in a lake. But today, he's here to support you. And although it pains me somewhat to say this, his party does now hold a lot of rural seats, and you need their support in Parliament. So please, a loud cheer for Ed Davey.
It is so great to see you all here today, and I am proud to be standing with you. You deserve so much better. The Liberal Democrats will be standing up for farmers because you have really got a case. This really matters. Hello! You are the ones who put food on the table.
Do you need another medic? Yes, okay. Can we get another medic, please?
Oh, shoot.
Can we get another medic? You see, it's over by the statue. I should know who that is. I've got a medic on their way. Okay. Sorry, we're going to keep these speeches brief. We realise it's cold. A lot of children out there. Ed, back to you.
Well, I hope our friend over there as well. Let us give a cheer for them. They're part of us, they're part of you. You bring food on our table to the beating heart of our rural communities. You're the ones caring for our countryside, looking after our precious environment. And it's been so incredibly difficult for farming for so long. You had to face rising energy bills, rising fertiliser bills, feed bills. Then you've had the lost transition from the basic payment scheme. Then you've had trade deals that prevent you from selling your produce into Europe, but allow Australian and New Zealand farmers to undercut you here. And that's all before some of the worst weather and flooding in generations. You have had it hard, and this government doesn't seem to realise that. I've heard this from farmers across the country. You're fed up, and you've been taken for granted for far too long. You thought the last government would look after you, and I'm afraid they didn't. And many farmers voted for change. But you found you've got a government that just isn't listening to you. And that is so wrong. If they understood you, if they understood what you do and how important you are to our economy, our society, our food security, they wouldn't be imposing this outrageous, unfair family car tax. They say your farms are worth a lot, but they're only worth a lot on paper. When you add in all the costs you have to pay, there are many farmers who aren't even earning the minimum wage. And you are feeding our families, and you're struggling to feed your own. That is just so wrong. And this family farm tax, if it goes through, it's not just cruel, but it's stupid. It's stupid. Who is going to buy your farms? It's going to be the private equity guys, the big corporates. It won't be the young farmers, will it? And they don't get it. For years, DEFRA and the market have been pushing family farms to become bigger and bigger just to remain viable, just so you can afford the investment. And then, Treasury turns around, this new government turns around and says it's going to tax you. That is just so wrong. And I'm afraid the future looks even tougher. If they go ahead not just with this tax rise, but removing the support, they're proposing now to cut the basic payment by 76% next year. Slashing payments, putting up taxes, all when you've already had such a hard time. They just don't get it. And you know, they are coming after you
when they're leaving those organisations, people who actually could afford to pay the budget. There are some sectors making huge profits, the social media giants, the online gambling firms, some of the big banks. They're making profits that are eye-watering, that you would just dream of. But they've left them alone, they've come after you. They just don't get it. They don't seem to realise that if farmers can't make their sums add up, there won't be food on our tables. They'll be closing down and selling up, and who's going to look after the countryside then? We must get ministers to understand. We must get ministers to listen. You're doing a fantastic job today. I can tell you that all 72 Liberal Democrat MPs will be pushing this government, not just today, but every day, until they listen, until they understand. We are going to fight for our rural communities. We're going to fight for support for farmers. We're going to fight to stop this family farm tax. What you are the best in the world at doing, producing high quality food for our country. What you are the best at. So please keep doing it, and we will stand by you every step of the way. Thank you. We are the team that are working for you. We know the burden that farmers are carrying. A lot of people think that farming is just a business. It is not just a business. It's a way of life. It is about family. It is about the land. It is about the environment. It is about our food. We cannot survive without you. I want you to know that we have your backs. We are all, and Neil is Neil Hudson, we are all MPs who have rural constituents. We cover the rural communities. We know what farming is like. We understand that you have no certainty. We know that bad weather, a bad harvest, can put you out of business. We know that you are buffeted every day by what happens all around the world. We know that you need protection. We understand that you have been doing this all your lives, that without you, we cannot eat. We understand the burden that farmers carry, not just for yourselves, but for the whole country. We understand how difficult it is when you're negotiating with supermarkets. We understand how difficult it is when you're looking at prices for fertilizer. We know what you are dealing with, and that is why we know how this tax will destroy your way of life. And that is
country is absolutely critical for growth. And it is also about the hope that we give to young people. I have a lot of young farmers in my constituency. It's all what we have Neil to. We speak to them, and they are worried. They don't want to have to pay inheritance tax and be paying off to the treasury for 20, 30 years before they even start making a profit. They will leave farming, and if we don't have a next generation, there will be no future. So I want to say to all the young farmers out there, to all the young people out there, we are going to look after you. We are going to make sure that you have a future. We are doing this for you. It is not about us. This is about you. This is about making sure that your way of life continues, that our way of life continues. Farming is the backbone of this country. Without it, we cannot survive. We know that we haven't always got it right, but this policy is so obviously unfair, so obviously cruel. We will do everything we can to make sure that in a few years' time, if they do not use them now, we will reverse this tax. Thank you very much.
We don't know if he's going to make it on the stage, so could we all give him a big cheer to make sure he does make it onto the stage? Everybody cheer! Jeremy made himself available. I'm now going to have one more speaker. He's called Steve Perez. He is a farmer. He is also a hotelier. And his business is going to be hit hard by this tax. So let's have a big cheer for Steve.
I'm also a businessman. I've built a successful business out the back of the van and I employ 400 people. Family stocks, family businesses, we are all in this together. Family firms employ 4.8 million people in this. 4.8 million family firms and 13 million people are employed in family firms. I've just heard the politicians talking about what they're going to do. What we must do, what you must ask the politicians is we can't just accept we'll reverse APR. We have to think about BPR as well, because that is the thing they're not talking about. Will you pay back any money that we have to pay out, give it us back, and that will give us security for the future? Our business, like farms, we can't just sell 20 bedrooms out of one of the hotels. We can't have 20% of our factory cut off. I saw today that the business minister, Jonathan Reynolds, is in India. He's getting a curry in a suntan. He's talking about trade with Russian Indian billionaires. Right? And you know what they're going to do? They're going to buy our businesses, they're going to buy our farms. And they won't pay inheritance tax, and they won't pay capital gains tax. And that is the plan. We have to make sure that we keep our businesses, we borrow our businesses from our children. We have to think about their future. This is a fight we cannot lose. It is for our existence, for the existence of our families, our farms and our firms. And we have to, after today there's going to be a lot of press, but we just must keep this fight on. We must not be yesterday's news.
We're all overreacting and we should have got some legal advice. Who's spoken
spoken to an accountant who spoke to their solicitor and realised how bad this budget is? Put your hands up higher! Yeah, so it's not our overreaction. We really are getting dropped from a great height here. We've got someone coming on stage in a second, and he's just going to get through the crowd now. He's got a few words, but remember, what we were going to do, we were all going to turn around and we were all going to march that way, and we were all going to march back, and then we were going to do a little more on the stage. But there's just too many others, We've got one speaker that we're trying to get through that crowd, so if you see a lady in a hurry, that's that left through. What we will do though is, we've got, we hope, about 50 pedal tractors down there and about 50, 60, 80 children. We need that photograph, they are the future. So we will, in a bit, all turn around, but don't move, because you all weigh a lot, some more than others.
Wait.
You know who you are. So, who thinks they've travelled the furthest? Who's from the top of Scotland?
Someone from Scotland, yeah.
How did you get to the front? who's actually just come from London? West Ham. Who actually isn't a farmer but care about where their food comes from? They're on the front as well. Who's come over from Ireland? One. We know there's more in here because we saw the registrations. Come on then, who's come over from Ireland? Oh, there's a few more over there.
So Ollie, Jeremy's nearby. Now he's having trouble getting through the crowds at the back. So can we have one more cheer to speed his way to the stage? Are we ready? Shout out for Jeremy!
He's a bit steady these days. Does anyone know where Tom Reese is? I have a feeling he might be down there with pedal tractors, because we could do with the keys for the scissor lift. If you can hear me down there, Tom, get yourself to the scissor lift.
Right. Now Jeremy, I hope you don't mind me saying this, Jeremy's had a bit of a bad back recently, so it has actually been a serious deal for him to get here today. Now remember how loudly you cheered.
Here we go.
We were trying to get number
Here he
11
is.
to know you're here.
Here he is.
I know you've got some horns out there. 1, 2, 3, cheer!
Here he is. Here he is.
Hello, everybody! You're right, I'm not supposed to be here, I'm not supposed to be talking, but we've got a few things to say, and we're going to start with a bit of honesty. I lived in London 25, 30 years, but when I was here, like a lot of people who live in cities and go on Twitter, I thought farmers drove around in Range Rovers, moaning, until February, and then all went skiing. And then about 5 years ago, I started farming. And I've come to understand just how unbelievably difficult it is, and complicated, and dangerous, and cold. Very cold. Even when we're harvesting, it's cold.
That sign's right in the way.
And it's just the forest of costs that staggered me. £200,000. Somebody needs to turn that mic off. £200,000.
Need another medic.
Medic. In a medic to the right of medic over to find the building. Building doesn't narrow it down, Ollie. I'm going to say to the north of the stage at 3 o'clock. Okay, so, as we all a a tractor. £200,000 for a medium-sized one.
Brown signs right in the way, blocking Jeremy.
All the equipment costs a fortune. And if you try to price what you're selling to accommodate that, there's just a lot of moaning. You get people saying, well, I can pay that. I can get a chicken from abroad. Yeah, you can. It's so full of chlorine. It tastes like a swimming pool with a beak. And then you've got the environmentalists endlessly shouting at you. Oh, it counts. Altering the composition of the gases in the upper atmosphere again. And your fertilizers ruining the county freshness of our streams and rivers. And I know sometimes you just think, what's the point? We're just trying to make breakfast, lunch and dinner, and it's just this endless whinging with no money in it. And the regulations. Some of you don't know what I'm on about, but I say we got a lot of GS4 this year on the farm. And we were told, oh, the sheep will love that.
There he is. There he is.
They're standing looking at him the same way that a 5-year-old looks at an olive. They don't want to eat it. And so we have all of this complication and all of this cost. And there's very, very little money. Very little, as you know. And then we got the budget. Now I know a lot of people all across the country in all walks of life took a bit of a kick on the shin with that budget. You lot got a knee in the nuts and a light hammer blow to the back of their head. Because we had pickup trucks, double cab pickup trucks, being reclassified as company cars. 211% tax rise there. £50 carbon tax on a bag of fertiliser. The basic farm payments altered in such a way that we're getting a lot less than we thought we were going to get. And then there was the inheritance tax business. Honestly, I don't know where to start. I know you've heard a lot about it today, and I'm not going to dwell on that. I'll just say this. Rachel Reeves has told us, what is it, 72%? 72% of farmers are going to be unaffected by this.
Liar!
Let's see if we can educate her here. She's still around. How many people here, raise your hands, are from a family farm? I want to see, right.
Okay, now.
I hope you can see that. I hope we've got a lot of cameras for the show up high to see. That's a lot of hands. Now, keep them up, and I want you to lower them if you think, and you've had time to work this out, you think you're going to be unaffected by the changes to APR and BPR. Put your hands down if you're going to be unaffected. My case rests. I've got to get my brakes on. The trouble is I've got my tits on codeine and paracetamol. That's not what I'm saying. But I do want to finish my day with a message to you. I do. Not to say what it says. For the sake of everybody here, and for all the farmers who are stuck at home today, paralysed by thought and despair over what's been poisoned. I beg of the government to be big, to accept that this is rushed through, it wasn't thought out, and it's a mistake. That's the big thing to do, admit it. And back.
Fucking hell.
pieces put together. Right, the next speaker is called Laurie. She, I think, is from North Cobalt, which is the biggest independent beef. I'll let you do yourself, Laurie.
He has done more than the British agriculture in the last 5 years than any individual, any trade company, I am not a politician, but I am 100% through and through a British farmer. And I am part of a fantastic British food business. All our family involved in agriculture. My brother and sister, myself, we are 8th generation farmers on a family farm in North Derbyshire, Ministry. The son of sheep livestock farm of our parents. And like all of you here today, we are enormously concerned. Will there be a future for any generation? As I put my belly on this morning, I very importantly thought of some great memories from my life. Usually 3 o'clock in the morning in a pair of pajamas, starting hissing rain, doing cesarean on a cow. Hurtling a barbed wire fence trying to turn the pasture over, or collecting young stock off the village cricket. We've all been there, we all hear it. Today, I'm going to put my belly on.
He ain't going to do that, is he?
This is the most important activity we've ever had together. Farmers currently get 71% of the British food target. And half those many years, farms, beautiful cactus, barrel, grassland, and moorlands. They provide a plethora of great British food to feed our nation. Without land, farmers fight the label that we're all wealthy land natives, but we're not. We're humble, very hard-working, at times below minimum wage family farms. And today I can see amongst you not only farmers, but tremendous support from other businesses. There's vets, CB merchants, machinery dealers, livestock auctioneers, and like myself, a food manufacturer. Food and drink is worth 148 billion in the UK economy. This is the largest in terms of employment and economics. Farmers have also recently been voted in a very slim number 2 position for the nurses as the most trusted profession. That must tell us something. We are part and vital part of the community together. My parents, both 76, are full-time farmers who work incredible hours. My day job is to work for a family-owned British business called Dr. Carr. We are the biggest independent beef and venison processor in the UK. And like many of our customers, we are 100% committed to buying British beef. We have no company. Without you farmers, we have nothing. We employ over 1,000 people, and we are serviced by hundreds of amazing British farmers. Importing beef is not an option. However, in order to conserve our security, the statement of the IHT and the budget are continuing to this. We're already seeing on the findings which forms of trees numbers enter into environmental schemes, diversification, tourism. Also, we have to reduce numbers due to mental and economic pressure and debilitating caused by TV. We don't wait. As an industry, currently there are only 1.9 million. That will tell you something. We are running out of time to do this. The UK, as you all know, is cited to produce even land. We have fantastic grasslands and natural sustainable resources. Not only can we produce vegan land, but all agricultural products. They are the best. Our customers want British products. We service Aldi UK, we service Burger King, so please don't get yourself wrong for your lunch. If you want the best steak in the UK, go to Walmart. And overall, our biggest customer and the most innovative is agriculture. For 40 years, they subscribe to fair and transparent British agricultural policy of 100% meat, poultry, eggs and dairy. Today we stand together and we encourage the government to rethink these decisions, not just our HT, but first and foremost, to feed our nation. We are the backbone of this nation and we need to keep producing sensibly the best products in the world.
Hey, this isn't easy. If you told me 2 weeks ago I'd be stood outside Downing Street with tens of thousands of farmers in the that we'd arranged for the year, and I'd be announcing this next week that I'm doing. So I'm not going to do it. We did it there. Today, this generation is doing this is all about. So, we're going to do the next week.
Oh, Rachel!
Our industry, farming, the best and maybe the most important industry in this country. It's never stronger than when we speak with one voice. Can I thank the organisers of today's rally? Clive, Ollie, Martin, Woody and James.
Yeah. Five people started all of this.
I thank all of you for braving the weather. We never had any doubts that you'd be here. This budget has cut deep. And I think today you can see what this means to the farming industry right the way across the United Kingdom. And I'm proud to be standing here shoulder to shoulder with you, with the other presidents of the farming union. My message to government today is clear. When you make a promise to farmers, you keep it. I'm the fourth generation of my family farm, the fifth generation home. Like so many of you, when I went back to the farm, my parents couldn't afford to retire from the farm. They're still in partnership with me today, some 20 years later. I've worked with multiple generations of my farm, just my family, just like many of you out there today have. These multi-generational businesses are special. We can't afford this government to take it for granted and not respect what we do. Today isn't about left or Secretary of State, I've sat down with Treasury Ministers, I've looked them in the eye again and again, and yet they continue to double down, and they don't believe the impact this will have on you, your farm, your family, your future. Every penny the Chancellor saves from this tax will come directly from the next generation, having to break up their family farms. Are you proud of that, Chancellor? Across the country, tenant farmers are having sleepless nights. They worry the land will be sold from beneath their feet. That's not a future that anybody can invest in. This policy has far-reaching impacts. It stops you investing in your farm for the future. It cuts off the ability to deliver the food security message that the Prime Minister said is so important. But most importantly, the human impact of this policy is simply unacceptable. Generations that have worked their socks off to produce the food for this country have been cut off at the knees. They have no ability to plough their way through this. Octogenarians and older that have worked their lifetime producing food for the country have had a bitter, bitter blow. The human impact of this policy is simply unacceptable. The Chancellor says, invest, invest, invest. How many of you have got the confidence to invest in your farms for the future? We know many of you are putting off the investments that would deliver the food security they all talk about. They've broken a promise. Steve Reed stood on a platform a year ago and said they would not change agricultural property relief. He reinforced it 2 weeks later, and yet suddenly they've done it in the budget. But this isn't just about APR and BPR. They are the straw that broke the camel's back. We've had the fertiliser tax, the dramatic cost of BPS, the double gap pickup tax, the inflationary pressures from the supply chain caused by the national living wage and the national insurance. This is a damaging budget for food production, and it will drive up inflation at the shelf. Because you lot have nothing left to give. You've been bled dry over years, and they must sort this out. For those of you looking on from afar, that are looking at the farming industry, thinking, how can you try and justify this tax? Those of you that may be struggling to afford the daily shop, we don't want to be here. All we want to do is produce your food. The budget is causing inflationary pressure. It's going to mean retail shelf prices need to go up. It's not us that's doing that. The APR and the BPR change will create more volatility in the supply chain. It doesn't in any way help you. We want to feed you, we want to do it profitably. And I don't think anyone in this audience will have a problem paying any more tax if we make that tax from producing the country's food. But if that tax comes from untimely death or from the elderly, that is simply unacceptable. Before I wrap this up, I just want to give you 2 jobs. The first, excuse me, can we just, right, can I give you 2 jobs, please? Right, can we give you 2 jobs, please? First of all, we know the pressure this is putting on the farming industry. The mental health toll on our industry was already at record levels. I am seriously concerned, as many of you are here, about the impact that this has. It's very far-reaching. When you're back on your farms tomorrow, pick up the phone to a friend, a neighbour, somebody that you haven't seen for a while, or that was a bit below par last time you saw them. Have a yarn. Make sure they're okay. And secondly, please do write to your MP. You may laugh at me, but they are elected to represent you. They must have heard today the impact that this will have on you, your farms, your future, your family. We are fighting for you every single day. You won't give up. We won't give up. the government must change course.
Someone in the chat's got common sense.
I go in, whether you're an AFU member or not, I carry you into that room with me, and we will do our best to fight this awful policy. Thank you very much.
There isn't, because when we all go back to our day jobs, we need these guys behind us. We need them pushing and pushing and pushing. There is no divide. This tax affects every single one of us. When you leave in a bit, I promise we're near the end. I want to make sure that there's not an ounce of litter. We do not want to see a picture in the press that we've got litter and we've littered London. So if you see someone on the floor, pick it up. We are gutted that we can't march, but it just simply is not safe. There is far too many of us. So at the end, if you're near the stage or past this fast track, try and disperse that way. If you're by that alleyway, go between them buildings to the riverbank. If you're at the far end, go that way. We don't want everyone going in the same direction because this crowd is huge. Once again, can we have the biggest cheer ever for the Met Police for making this safe? We started with a team of 5. But there's hundreds that have made this happen.
No, thousands.
Whether it's the speaker systems, getting the tractors here, the pedal tractors, the stewards, and you guys. We want a massive round of applause for everyone that's started this and made it happen. Come on!
What this is about.
You're all very cold and wet, I'm sorry for that, but we're hardy, we're used to it. We'd like to think that it ends here, but I fear this might be only just the beginning. But we're going to stick together, and we're going to fight this. Once again, thanks to everyone behind us. I remember that we're fighting for our children, we're fighting for our grandchildren, and we will not be beaten. Thank you. And one last thing as well, I forgot, the Ulster Volunteers are also here representing us. And Scotland! The United Kingdom is here! If anyone piles in the red line, I believe Tom Bradshaw's lying around. Once again, pat yourselves on the back, look after each other as you move. Don't all try and disappear at once. Take some pictures, go and find somewhere warm to eat something, and safe journey home. Thank you.
Right. I think that's the end of the rally, people. I'll continue streaming to watch the mass exodus. Once everyone's, well, a lot of people's gone, then we'll end the stream, yeah? We got a few more minutes. I don't think you could turn landscape on when it's when I've already done portrait and it's live streaming. I think I'll have to stop the stream and then start over. Sorry, buddy. Right, it's 1:06 now. Let's see how long it takes for the street to clear. When we started here, it was only one side of the street that was blocked off. And they was trying to tell everybody, get off the street, get off the road. The other side's gonna be open to the traffic. But as time went by, more and more people came and they filled up the whole of Whitehall. This whole street's full of farmers and farmer supporters.
Well, I had to do it to get up. My knee still doesn't work properly as well.
No marks, guys! Against the building, so great work, everyone. Really result. No marks, guys! Against the
Anybody know who this guy is here with the black umbrella? Anybody know who that is?
Yeah.
Can you see his face? Black umbrella, see him? The British people know who that is. That's it, that's it. David Spencer's the winner.
I hope that's waterproof. Looks expensive.
We're about to find out.
only time protesting works, I believe, my opinion, is when people get violent. Now, I'm not condoning violence or whatever the case may be, but I think that's the only time when protest works. Right, roads clearing, roads clearing. One thing about farmers, they love brown and they love green, man. There's a lot of farmers wearing brown jackets and green jackets. No, I like brown jackets, green jackets, and those caps, those little flat caps. It's like a typical British farmer, in my eyes anyways. Oh, and wellies. Wellies, can't forget the wellies. That's the motto. No farmers, no food. Right, I think we got some tractors down the end. Shall we go have a look at the tractors, or shall we just end the stream here? It's up to you guys. 134 of you. Shall we go have a look at how many tractors Dave mustered up? Or shall we just end the stream? You guys had enough?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna.
This is Downing Street. where you see the Prime Minister outside the number 10 door. Let's go see the tractors.
The life was about not to do APR. What I'm doing,
Turn right, 20 yards.
Jeremy Clark, he's been doing quite well, hasn't he? He don't take no prisoners.
No. Will we go home today?
Very nice.
Cheers.
Hey?
Yep, that's Big Ben. say Free Palestine. This has been a farmers' protest. However, we come over here. There's another protest going on. Another 2 protests going on.
It's on the green.
It looks as if there's a Palestine protest going on there and a Ukraine protest going on there at the same time. However, today we're here for the farmers.
I would have mentioned it again. Yeah, perfect.
I think this is the point, Daniel Ebar, or Daniel Barr. Farmers working this all the time. I think they wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to go and feed their animals, tend to their crops. They're there in the rain, they're there in the wind, they're there in the snow. And I think this is the point. Sindred, protesting for half a day doesn't change anything. Possibly protesting for a month, and I bet you things will start changing. Well, Sindred, if you speak to the protesters of the Palestine protesters, they've been protesting for over a year. So I don't think that statement is very valid. I'm not saying I support them, I'm not saying I don't support them, I'm just stating a fact. And they're still protesting every week or every other week. This is about inheritance tax for the farmers. Their motto is no farmers, no food, no future. Right, guys, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for coming by, commenting in the chat. Thank you for your eyes. All right, I'm cold, I'm soaking wet. I think it's time to get out of here. I think you got 2 more minutes, son. When Big Ben says 1:30, we're gonna shut it down. Cheers, Paul. I want to thank you guys for your donations so I could go get a cuppa. I thank you guys for all the likes, even though I never asked for them. Thank you for your subscriptions, even though I never asked for them. I'm not one of those YouTubers, but I want to thank you anyway. That's it, farmers standing in solidarity with farmers. If you wasn't here before, from the beginning, they said that 5 people got together and planned this event. And it's brought thousands from Scotland, Ireland, to Wales, to England. It's brought thousands of people here to central London. Just 5 people. So if 5 people could bring out thousands, how much can 10 people bring? Or 20 people? Right. That was Big Ben telling everyone that it's 1:30. So I'm gonna get out of here, get warm, get something to eat, yeah? I thank you guys once again for being here. And enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are. We've had people here from Australia, from Russia, from America, all over the place. So I thank you guys, yeah? Have a good day.